Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general reading for all of the signs for the month of December 2020. I must apologize. I know that I did not come out with the November readings, but unfortunately I was sick for about 2 weeks straight, and that just really put me behind on everything. And when I was sort of thinking about putting out the November readings, it was already the end of the month. So I just thought it was best to start off with December, and then I will be working on over the next week or so, I'll be working on the 2021 yearly readings for all of the signs, so be looking out for those as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information information can be found in the description box below this video. Also, I encourage you to follow me on TikTok if you use the app. I'm posting shorter videos on there more frequently than I do on YouTube, and I'm at Changing Phases Tarot. For the reading today, I'll be doing the 10-card Celtic Cross spread for the overall, the general monthly reading. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, and I'll pull a couple of Oracle cards from the Soul's Journey deck and the Goddesses deck. All right, I would like to thank each and every one of you. For those of you who are new today, for my returning viewers, I really do appreciate all of your support over the year, and I hope that my messages have brought some type of help and possibly peace and, to whatever you might be going through. All right, so I'll stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in a second for the videos. Hi Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So as you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a bit of time. So let's get started. So at the center of the spread, you have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is crossed by the Page of Wands. Okay, so, there's an offer coming in. And it's interesting because if I had to sort of look at the spread as a whole and just say, the main messages coming through, it's really there's something that you have felt, you've worried a lot about. It could have been keeping you up at nighttime. You felt sort of stuck in a situation, even though the answer or the way out might have been right in front of you. For whatever reason, you couldn't find your way out or couldn't figure something out. But it has to do with a relationship. I mean, there's a lot of energy here to do with a new relationship. We have the Knight of Cups bringing in this new offer. Page of Wands, this is usually news and it's sort of exciting. If it's more of a relationship reading, then it would be very, passionate, something you feel excited about. And then we have the Hierophant in your environment, which can be, going to see somebody from who's sort of this head of an institution or head of a church. It can be the marriage card. And the outbound energy, you have the Four of Wands. So there's this happily sort of this home life, happy home life, a marriage, is some type of stable union. And again, at the bottom of the deck, we have more water energy with the King of Cups, who is, a very sort of loving, compassionate individual. But, so it's like there's this relationship trying to come in, but for whatever reason, you felt, it's been a worry, and you felt like you were maybe unsure about moving forward or what, which way to go or what to do. But, I think that this month there are major changes coming in for you, and great success as well, because we have the Chariot here, we have the Four of Wands. Both of these, they are cards of stability. They're cards of victory with the Chariot. So interesting. I mean, I will go through each card, but that's a very clear message for some of you. So quite specific. But the Knight of Cups at the center, this is usually we associate it with more of a middle-aged water sign individual. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this is somebody who, he's holding the chalice. He's coming in with this offer, this beautiful holy grail, full of love, and passion, and he's bringing that in. So, it sits at the center, and it's crossed by this page, which usually pages are very young energy, immature energy, can be children as well. If it is, if this is a person, this page, it would typically be more of a younger fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But this page is very good at thinking outside of the box, which is interesting with this, I was saying you can't sort of see, find your way out. This page is very good at coming up with creative new ways of doing things, right? Of finding that that sort of plan or that way of approaching something that others haven't come up with. And so with both of these, this sort of offer, this news, because most of the time I view the pages more as messengers, right? Pages bring in news about something, a message about something. So with this sitting at the center, there could be an offer, and it's something that's very exciting. It's something that maybe you're being asked to think outside of the box as far as this person goes or this relationship goes. If this isn't on the romantic front, this could be, an offer with the page coming in, an offer of a job, or, some type of project, working together with somebody else. But it's very exciting, and it's also, it's going to bring you great joy, great fulfillment with this Knight of Cups, because it's, the Suit of Cups has to do with our emotions and feelings, water energy. So interesting. In the deep past, which is why I said things have been keeping you up at night, possibly, but it does sit in the past. So, more than likely, you've already been through this. But it is a difficult energy, right? The Nine of Swords, it's that staying up at night, worrying incessantly about something, things, going round and round in your mind. And you see the woman here, she's so tired that she's decided to just put down that one sword and take a nap. She's resting there. But it is it's mental energy. Swords it's a suit of air, so of the mind. It has to do with also communication, how we get those thoughts across to other people. So there might have been something keeping you up at night, right? Something that has caused you great concern. But then in the recent past, it's like there's some type of clarity coming in. We have this Queen of Swords. This might have been a person coming in to help you in the recent past. If so, this would typically be more of an older air sign individual, male or female, even though she shows up as the queen. But in these general readings, that's not gender specific, but Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And she's very good at cutting through the noise, sort of cutting through any type of sort of BS, whatever the situation is, and really getting to, the heart of the matter. She's very direct. She's very good at communicating, getting her thoughts across. She's also very good at sort of strategizing, coming up with a plan, which is exactly what you need to get out of this Nine of Swords energy. Sometimes she can be a little too direct, but she's a very good energy to have to move you out of this Nine of Swords. Now, crowning you, you have Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot. And the Chariot is a card of victory. But it's a victory after, a battle. It's a victory that was hard to come by, right? Hard fought. And she's just tearing in here. Sometimes the Chariot can be a move. It can be a physical move, moving across land. Other times it can have to do with like getting a car, buying a car, something to do with traveling across land. But again, it is overall it's a card of victory. It's associated with the sign of Cancer. So, that's more water energy here. But that's what's crowning you. That's what's on your mind here. This victory coming in, and it does happen quite quickly, right? The Chariot is very fast-paced energy. In the near future, you have Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor. Again, this could be a person. If so, it's associated with the sign of Aries. But the Emperor is like the King of Kings, right? Because if you think of the kings, they rule over their kingdom. the Emperor rules over his empire. And so he is very, again, he's somebody who's very good at strategizing. He's very good at, at taking care of his empire. He's also very good at taking care of sort of those around him. But he has the crystal ball there, and then the bird is coming in with another crystal ball. So there's some type of clarity, there's some type of, seeing things clearly, getting that vision that you need. Look, he's even wearing, I don't usually notice that, he's wearing like these funny glasses. So it's like he has this different way of seeing things, right? And again, we have the Page of Wands. So there's something to do with seeing things differently or seeing things from a different perspective that's going to help you with whatever these decisions are this month, because you come up as the Eight of Swords, which it is that card of feeling stuck. You see the woman here, she is surrounded by the swords. She's also surrounded by, the the ravens, all the birds here, and they have her tied up, but she could easily get out of this situation. All she has to do is wriggle free, and she can easily fit through the sword. So she feels as though that she's stuck. It's more in her mind, because again, air energy. So thinking that there's no way out, or not being able to see clearly, not being able to see that way out. Surrounding you, you have the Hierophant. This is number 5 of the major arcana. This is also associated with the sign of Taurus. But the Hierophant is that religious figure. When you think of sort of large institutions, especially religious ones, so this could be seeking counsel. This could, sort of spiritual counsel, a counselor. It could also be going to, the Justice of the Peace, going to the church, getting married. We do have other cards. It can also have to do with marriage itself, the Hierophant. It can also have to do with those, since it is sort of large institutions, it's like doing things traditionally, right? The Hierophant does things in that traditional way, which is surrounding you, and that's how others view you. So maybe this is where this sort of disconnect or feeling stuck comes in. Maybe others are viewing you as somebody who traditionally does things, how you should do them, or how society feels that you should do them, conforming with societal norms. But you may be this person that you want, or who's coming in, this new relationship, or if this is a job, maybe it doesn't go along with those norms, right? Maybe it's doing something different, something that's even out of character for you. And you're hoping, right, in your hopes and fears, you have more major arcana energy. So this is now the 4th major arcana, right? So significant number. But death it's all about endings and beginnings, right? Through death comes new life. So a significant ending to a chapter in your life. But it's necessary to bring in new beginnings. And, and that's true whether it's in a relationship or a job. Obviously you can't embark upon a new job, a new career path, unless you first leave the job where you have been working or are working to embark upon this new job, this new path. Same thing with a relationship. Typically, right, you traditionally speaking, you shouldn't begin a new relationship or can't begin a new relationship until the previous one ends. So there has to be this ending in order to bring in the new beginning, and that's what you're really focused on. That's what you're hoping for. And the 4 of Wands is your outbound energy. This is beautiful. This is the happy home. Can be the marriage card. It's the soulmate connection, right? It's also, it is a card of success. It's a very stable energy. We have the 4 with the Emperor here. We have the 4 with the 4 of Wands. So this can be a marriage. It can be an engagement. It can be moving in together. It can be buying a home, moving home. But it's very stable energy, right? And it's like there's a huge sort of what you're hoping for is this huge shift. And obviously, if you are going from being single to engaged, or being single to married, or engaged to married, or if you are going from just dating to, the next phase of the relationship, maybe you're moving in together, there is this significant change, but it brings in this beautiful Four of Wands energy. And I already showed you bottom of the deck, King of Cups. This is, could be an older water sign individual, male or female, could be a father figure, father of your children. But he's usually very compassionate, right? As the King of Cups, he's mastered the Suit of Cups, which is all about emotions and feelings. So he's very, he has very sort of even emotions, right? He's not really up or really down. He's an emotional, compassionate, usually very empathetic type of energy with this King of Cups. So you could be dealing with this person. We had a number of court cards, right? I mentioned a number of different signs, but could be somebody that you are dealing with. If it isn't a person and this is you or the energy that you are taking on, you could be, dealing with a situation or others in a more compassionate way. And the cards that came out from the Oracle decks, you have abundance, and it says, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical realm. And we have beautiful sort of orange, purple, and blues on this card. And if I look at let me just grab the guidebook. So this card, it says, in order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun while manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. And that's so interesting because I was just saying about the, this I didn't say program, I said about this traditional way of doing things. That ties in exactly here with the programming that you receive from the environment you grew up in. And this sits in the environment position, right? The value system. So there could be something to do with that, right? And it started off with releasing limited thinking and worry, which is exactly, it ties in with these two cards, right? The Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. So interesting the way that resonated. Okay, let me move on to the Goddesses card. And these are so beautiful. I hope that you can see me. Hold it up. And the colors are very similar to the colors on the Abundance card. We have these really sort of warm, deep oranges. And then here there are the purples, right? The purples and blues again. So similar colors, but this beautiful goddess. And this is Fortuna. And the description's on the back for these. It says, the Roman goddess Fortuna was the same as an earlier Italian goddess who presided over Earth's abundance. Okay, that's funny. Okay, abundance and abundance. I love that. And controlled the destiny of all human beings. Her name, derived from Vortumna, she who turns the year about, came to symbolize the capriciousness of life and luck, the vagaries of fate as the wheel of life turns around. Her festival was celebrated in October. Fortuna gives us a way to approach the ups and downs of life, a perspective that can offer us some equanimity as we proceed on our journey. So that's so interesting. She is the goddess of abundance. So you have this second message here, right? Second message of abundance coming in. And how, the wheel, the fate and the wheel of life turns. And, I feel that it goes along with the Death card and how, you've been stuck in this sort of mindset, but there's this definite turning and changing of things. With the Death card coming in here, we have the Success with the Chariot card. And then, this beautiful ending with this Four of Wands. So there's definitely, abundance coming in. There's definitely a shift, a change coming in. But there's a need to release whatever this negative thinking is, and possibly, it could be rooted in or have to do with, either the way that you were raised or some type of traditional thinking, or people expecting you to do or to act a certain way. So very interesting messages for you. So I do hope that these have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month. Bye for now.